Hello everyone and welcome back to Lucky15, where I'll be giving you my EachWay Lucky15 predictions for tomorrow's horse racing action as usual here on the channel. Sorry for not making a video the last couple of days. I've been feeling quite a bit under the weather really, haven't been feeling too good, and consequently I haven't made any videos or predictions on our YouTube channel. I have given a couple of little tips on Twitter. If you don't follow us there already, check us out at Lucky15. I gave a nap and the next best, but nothing really to write home about on those. I did one for Monday and also for today as well. So yeah, like I said, it was nothing really to write home about there. But we have been in good form on the vlogs. Not a bad day on the Saturday at Newbury was the last time I made a video for. We had 4 placed horses in the end. For the first 4 horses that were running were the ones that actually did get placed, and I was thinking, you know what, we're still doing pretty well. But then in the Hennessy, or I should say the Ladbrokes trophy now, and the other couple of races to end the card there, we didn't really do that well. Our selections ran quite shockingly, but I was quite pleased with Gentleman John that we tipped up at 16-1, and in the end could have won that race in the end, but it wasn't to be that day. So we've not been in bad bits and pieces of form, like I said, on our YouTube channel. Last week, towards the end of it, was quite good. We had quite a few winners at the Newbury meeting on day 1, and also as well on the Thursday I should have made a video where I had lots of winners, but didn't make one because I totally forgot to do it. And also as well, I had other commitments and was quite busy that day. So like I said, it's been in good form recently, and hopefully we can bounce back to winning ways tomorrow. I've got a few fancies tomorrow, and I think all of these horses can definitely run well tomorrow, and some of them are interesting prices and 1 or 2 of them are interesting selection. So enough for me waffling on. I'm going to be kicking off tomorrow at Haydock, and we're going to be just focusing at Haydock and Ludlow tomorrow. And the first one we're going to is in the 120 at Haydock with a horse called Robin of Locksley. Now, if you look at this horse's performance last time out, it was at Fontwell where it got pulled up. And I think maybe that day you could maybe excuse it. Maybe the conditions weren't quite to suit. It seems to really relish heavy and soft ground, which it will get tomorrow. The description of the going at Haydock currently is heavy ground, so this should definitely play into this horse's strengths. If you look at its form from its career, its best form has come on heavy and soft ground, so that's definitely a plus point for it. Also as well, it's a horse that tends to like a front running performance, and if it can go to the front tomorrow and dictate things, it might be too good for the other horses to catch in the race. So I thought 11-2 for Caroline Bailey tomorrow, and Sean Byrne taking the ride was not a bad price there, and there could be a bit of value in that race. There are a few good other horses in the race that have good chances, but I thought Robin of Locksley, with conditions to suit, could be quite dangerous in this field, and he could be the one to go for. Maybe the one as well that might be well supported in the race tomorrow. So that's going to be the first one to kick us off, Robin of Locksley in the 120 at Haydock. We then go to the next race at Haydock, and this nearly was my nap in the 155. I'm going with a horse here called Shivermytimbers, currently 6-4 at the moment, trained by Venetia Williams, who is the stable I can never get right, so you probably don't want to do this tip, but it's trained by Venetia Williams. Liam Treadwell takes the ride, one of her main jockeys she normally uses. Now this horse has only made 1 appearance, and that was in a bumper last season at Warwick, where the form has actually come out quite good. There's been a few good horses that have run in that bumper and gone on to run over hurdles and had some good pieces of form against some good horses. So it's quite an interesting contender tomorrow, making its hurdling debut. Venetia tends to do well at Haydock. She's got a good strike rate there, and also as well, a lot of her horses do like the softer and heavier ground, so that would definitely be a plus for it. Also as well, I thought against its rivals tomorrow, it probably had the best chance of winning if it knows how to jump hurdles, and can definitely show that performance it did last time out. So I thought Shivermytimbers, currently 6-4 at the moment, was the one to go for in the 155. So that's the selection there. Now the Longshot tomorrow is maybe a bit of a stab in the dark, but it's in the 205 at Ludlow. Quite a competitive race, but I'm going with a horse here called Caulfields Venture, who's currently 25-1, trained by Emma Lavelle, and next Schofield takes ride, often rides this horse for her. Now this horse, you're thinking, why am I going for it? Well, last time out it fell at Ludlow, where it was probably going to finish second that day, or running place anyway. And that race was not a bad race. There was quite a few informed horses that day, and it was giving them weight away to all of those rivals. So it was showing that it was coming back to maybe some kind of form. Also as well, this handicapped horse has been going right through the handicap markings. They've been getting lowered all the time, because it's been a bit of an in and out kind of horse, and it's now down below its last winning mark of 124, and the conditions tomorrow probably will go well for it as well. I think the track going right hand or left right-handed I should say is definitely a plus tomorrow, and I thought it had a very good chance of running a very good race tomorrow, and I thought 25 to 1 was quite tempting odds for me. I thought there was lots to like about how the horse travelled last time out. Yes, maybe the race wasn't as stronger, and this one is definitely more competitive, but getting a little bit of weight tomorrow as well from some of its rivals will definitely come in handy, and I could see next Caulfields doing a good job. I'm not saying this horse is going to win, but it might be a good each way bet for you to do tomorrow. So that's going to be the long shot of this vlog for tomorrow in the 205 at Ludlow. The nap for tomorrow is in the next race at Ludlow, the 235, going with a horse here, an old favourite of mine, Mr Mix, currently 6 to 5 at the moment, trained by Paul Nicholls. Bryony Frost has taken the ride, who's been making the headlines for the right reasons over the last couple of weeks. This horse, Mr Mix, ran in the Badger Ales last time at Wincanton, where I was that day, where I do the social media work there, if you didn't know that already. But yeah, Mr Mix, I think the conditions that day maybe weren't to suit for him. The ground was described as soft, but it was quite a rainy day that day. It was quite a drizzly, horrible day, and the conditions really were quite a slog. It was more heavy ground in my opinion than soft, but yeah, it was not to be for Mr Mix that day, and I think this tomorrow is more up his street. He's going to have slightly better conditions, he'll have more of a good going tomorrow. Also as well, he tends to do well in smaller fields, and there's only 4 runners in this field tomorrow. It will be giving away a bit of weight, but with Bryony Frost's £5 claim, I thought this horse is definitely the one to beat tomorrow, and I could see Mr Mix going back to winning ways. So that's the nap there for tomorrow. Mr Mix 6 to 5 in the 235 at Ludlow. So they're my predictions for tomorrow. If you've got anything better that you think will run well tomorrow, or have got anything else that you'd like to mention, let us know in the comments box below. I'd like to read what you guys got to say. Also as well, please subscribe to the channel at Lucky15 here on YouTube. Like I said, you can also check me out on Twitter at Lucky15. Gamble responsibly, and we'll be seeing you soon.